Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from MouseSteps.com.
And this is episode number 538.
538.
Of MouseSteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. We've got so much coming this year. We've got Epic Universe coming to Universal Studios Orlando. We have the Disneyland 70th. We've got not one, but two new shows coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios on May 27th.
And a nighttime parade.
Yes, the Magic Kingdom Parade coming this summer, later this summer. No date announced yet. And Disneyland Paris, the Disney Music Festival, which starts on April 19th.
And there's a lot more. So, I mean, we can't go into everything. There's just so much coming this year.
Right. Check out MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. They are also Universal Fan Travel if you're looking for that epic universe vacation. And just fill out a no obligation quote.
So on this week's show, we're going to stop by a number of parks at Walt Disney World, starting here at the Magic Kingdom.
And we had not been here for a little while. And for us, a little while is...
a couple weeks.
Yeah. We've been spending a lot of time at Animal Kingdom and Epcot. But we are here, and our first ride was on the Walt Disney World Railroad.
Yeah, we always enjoy the Walt Disney World Railroad, and especially now because we're able to kind of take a peek at what's going on with the refurbishment of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. You could see a lot going on in this area. One of the workers is waving to us. Very nice.
Remember when we used to take the Walt Disney World Railroad and we would look at Storybook Circus?
Yes, I do.
That was so long ago, like, 10 years plus at this point. So we are just looking at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and it will be down through sometime next year. They are going to have a little bit of new magic. Of course, it looks like they're redoing the track. They're doing a lot to it. So it will be really nice, though, when it reopens again.
And because of this, it gives us, not that we need it, but another reason to go on the Liberty Bell. And this was shot from the top of the Liberty Bell. I will really miss our rides around the rivers of America on the Liberty Bell.
Yeah, I think that there are certain attractions, if they close, I'm okay, especially if they're getting redone. But Rivers of America, that is a really hard one for me to lose because it makes every Disney park.
Right. And not necessarily the island. We haven't been on the island in quite some time. I just like being on the river.
Right. And just it gives so much energy to Frontierland.
So again, we're looking at Big Thunder, and over here you could see they already have some of the new track. They had a complete track replacement, so some of the new track has already been laid. It looks good.
It'll be nice. It'll probably be a lot smoother. And Disneyland Paris also has their Big Thunder Mountain down for a refurbishment for a number of months. So I think it's supposed to open possibly in June.
So it's a good thing we did our Big Thunders very early in the year in January, at least here at the Magic Kingdom.
Here at the Magic Kingdom, yes. So here is, you can see the Haunted Mansion and the queue, which, the queue for the Haunted Mansion is like always busy now. Like even if other attractions are not as busy, everybody wants to ride it.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
And here is one of the remaining tidbits for the old Mike Fink keel boats. Do you remember the keel boats?
I remember them, but I don't know if I ever rode one.
This is the dock, and this is where you boarded. And it was sort of like a jungle cruise type of a spiel around the rivers of America. So it was a lot of fun. There were also some announcements made this past week, including Buzz Lightyear.
So Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin closes for refurbishment in August until sometime next year. So not only is Big Thunder down, but Buzz Lightyear will be down as well. And they're going to have a new character, a robot named Buddy, updated ride vehicles, and much more. I remember when it opened, which was 1998 because it was the same year as the Disney Magic for the Disney Cruise Line.
Also, opening May 27th at Disney's Hollywood Studios, you have The Little Mermaid and the Disney Villains.
Right, Disney Villains, Unfairly Ever After, musical stage show, as well as The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure. And the Disney Villains, Unfairly Ever After, will have Cruella, Captain Hook, and Maleficent. So 2 new shows one day.
That sounds great. I'm looking forward to that.
And I went over to, without Jeff, to the Yacht and Beach Club this past week. And I just wanted to get some photos and video of Stormalong Bay in refurbishment through June. So, but Pluto was outside. So it was like, I was not expecting him out here. And I said, have you smelled have you smelled the flowers because they smelled so beautiful. And so he went and smelled the flowers. Like, I wasn't directing him. I just was like, have you smelled them? Because I was just asking a question.
You know, he loves those flowers. It's very spring-like. What a beautiful day. So that I do, I wish I could have been there for that. That looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and he had come outside because he was with a child, and then the child ran away because the child wants to go to, like, the parks. So this is what happened. He's like, come back, but the child was like, the mother said the child wants to, had a place to go.
And I see the number 1 duck also inside.
Yeah, and Goofy was in here as well. You can see Goofy off to the side.
I saw him, yeah.
But they were on their way out when I went back in. I was getting some food at Ale and Compass because you can get Ale and Compass to go, and I love it. And anytime I'm over here,
you're a big fan of it.
I'm a big fan of breakfast here, especially.
So now we're going to take a look. This is more footage that you shot of Stormalong Bay under refurbishment.
Right, Stormalong Bay through June, and I just took, some video clips showing, it's been in refurbishment since January, so, it's almost like a 6-month extravaganza for a refurbishment, really a big one. And right now they're saying still June, so hopefully they'll be done by then.
Well, it'll be great, I'm sure, when it's reopened, all brand new and sparkly.
Yeah, well, they have a ton of sandbags. I don't know.
I just saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to have all new sand.
Right, they're readying sandbags also on the beach. So I just thought that was, it's interesting to have a look at it every week or two.
And here we are now at Epcot for the Easter Eggstravaganza scavenger hunt.
Right, and this makes for 2 scavenger hunts going on right now. We got the Spike the Bee as well, Spike's Pollination Exploration. So here is the map. It's both sides. You had an issue getting that stickers off a little bit, but we did it.
Yes.
So there's all the different characters that you're looking for around mostly World Showcase.
And those are the prizes, and we'll show you in a second. We actually picked up our prize when we purchased
we always
the
do
map.
that. We always do that.
That way you don't have any lines later on. And we took the Mickey, and it's a paint your own character egg, and we're going to do that. I look forward to painting it.
It's like a little wooden egg. And so we also get the pass holder discount. So it's around, $8 for us.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
It's always a good deal. So here we are in Canada, and we're looking at, I think that's Eggravaganza.
It is. And that's from the Pixar film Presto.
Well, it's a
short
Pixar
film.
short film, right. So I think in the last year or two, they made all of the eggs bunnies.
Yes,
They used to
that's
be
right.
like Figment and, other different characters
But it
as
makes
well.
more
and
sense
Mickey
to
and
have
Minnie.
them bunnies.
Yeah, and so here we are in the UK. And did I mention that there's spoilers? Because I think we're
I
spoiling.
think we're figuring it out.
We're spoiling it all. So here is the White Rabbit, and the White Rabbit is, the characters are more on the ground level, mostly on the ground level
Which is
now.
great. You could see them much better this year.
Right, like before they mostly had them up above. So here we are in France, and we're going to see another character from Alice in Wonderland. And so that is
Marge Hare.
Marge Hare, yes. And I really like this garden also while we're looking at the March Hare. It's called the Bouquet Garden. There's some really beautiful flowers here, and it is easy to miss this garden. So during the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival, which ends on June 2nd.
So now we are in Morocco, and this is going to be a character that you don't see very much of. His name is Jackalope.
And I actually did not remember Jackalope, but he is from the Pixar short Boundin', which obviously I need to watch again.
Yes.
And I just mentioned this is such a beautiful day. Like, it was a perfect day, a little warm probably, but beautiful to enjoy this scavenger hunt.
It was great. This was one of my favorite days. Every year I always enjoy the Easter scavenger hunt. Here we are in Japan, and I believe we're about to see Judy Hopps from Zootopia.
Kind of hiding behind a tree, depending on which side you are on. And so you can see just World Showcase, the lagoon in the background.
Yeah, I think they're so interesting. Like, this was actually not that easy to find because it's completely different than what we're used to.
And so here we are in America, and we are looking for...
It's going to be Skippy from Robin Hood.
And Skippy is on the other side of the Princess Tiana topiary. So on the other side, you've got this gorgeous topiary, and on this side, you have Skippy.
But as you mentioned, very low to the ground, great for kids. I mean, much easier for them to spot. And I saw a lot of people doing the scavenger hunt.
They were. And I like doing it. I like it better early in the morning when not so many are doing it, because otherwise everybody's looking at them at the same time. So if you can get out there early, but you'll know where everything is if you're watching this.
Right.
So now we are looking at Ducky and Bunny in Italy. We had, we didn't even look out here. Neither of us did at the beginning.
And you said, "Oh, I want you to enjoy it on your own." And then, like, I was right next to you, and I started walking all around the pavilion, and it was in my eyesight all along. So that was another tough one.
Right.
This was easy. Now we're back. We are in Germany, and it is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. He was quite easy to find.
And you can see the 7 dwarfs, topiaries in the background. So yeah, Oswald's right here, not too far from World Showcase Lagoon.
So let's see what is next. I think it's going to be China, I believe. Yes, it is. And do we know who it? Okay,
Miss Bunny.
Miss Bunny.
And
this
Miss
was
Bunny,
this was also not the easiest to find.
Did you not think so?
I
don't
didn't.
even remember.
Because
I think you found her first.
Right, because she was kind of like, you see in the back and next to the rock. It's not an easy spot that you would normally look for. So
And again,
it was good.
we're so trained to kind of look above, so that might be too. And Thumper is here in Norway. I don't even remember looking for Thumper or finding Thumper. I must have had like Mexico food on my mind.
That's right, because that's what we were.
That's what we were talking about.
We were very hungry, and we hadn't eaten at the Mexico Pavilion in a long time.
Thumper is totally not memorable, which is so funny. So
poor Thumper.
So anyway, next to the house here is Thumper, and then we also rode the Grand Fiesta
We
boat
did
tour.
Not ride it. We
that's
were
right.
going to ride
I
it,
rode
and
it.
the line was very long.
That's so funny.
So we said next time I get to ride it.
I rode it a few days before he did, so in my mind I've ridden it. Anyway, we stopped to get some food. We have not eaten here at the counter service in Mexico in years and years and years and years. It was pretty good.
It was good. We got a chicken bowl, Mexican chicken bowl with a extra side of rice, and that was enough. That was enough for us to split, just to get that hunger away.
Mm-hmm. But the Grand Fiesta tour, the boat ride is refurbished and looks really good, and I know it because I did ride it, but I forgot you didn't.
Yes, that's okay.
And Bean Bunny here.
Bean Bunny from the Muppets. And you said everything was brighter, and I know the fireworks were working.
Were great.
Like, I definitely want to get on that. And
Yeah,
we would have ridden had it not been. It's very popular since it reopened. I mean, I've never seen the lines that long.
Right. And I just want to say, I'm a little scattered right now. We're both a little scattered. So it's been a very, very busy time. So here is Rabbit, yes. And this is the last. This is the only one not in World Showcase. I don't know if you consider the Odyssey sort of in between.
And the only one inside.
What used to be Future World and World Showcase. Right. And above as well. It's also above.
Little throwback to how it used to be in past years.
And there's Monorail Red.
We waited a while to get that shot.
Yes.
That's a good shot right there.
And it looks like they had the second planting. They usually have 2 or 3 different plantings during the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival of the flower quilts, and they look much more vibrant right now.
Here's a quick look at some of the other prizes that you could have chose. I think there's a total of 6. And again, we took Mickey, the classic, and you also have Minnie over there.
Yeah, and there was also White Rabbit, and I think Chip and Dale. Really a nice amount.
On the way out, you had a little treat at Starbucks, little Eastery treat.
I wanted to get a little something, so I got some little cuties, and also this. It's like a little carrot cake liege waffle, which I thought was just okay. It was okay. I wouldn't get it probably again, but it hit the spot. Yeah. I ate half.
And you did offer it to me, but I never did end up trying it, so I forgot about it, actually.
The one during the last festival with the ubi filling was excellent.
That was excellent,
Oh, my word, that was so good. So there is a new Thumper Spring popcorn bucket. Limit 2 per person per transaction, $24 with popcorn.
We did not get our own this time. We have no room anymore because we have so many of these popcorn buckets, but it is a cute bucket, and if I had room, I may have purchased it.
And can I say the Disney store they have 5 new ornaments popcorn bucket collection.
That I like.
Which
Small.
is wonderful.
Small is good.
Right. those I like because we could put them on the tree.
That's right.
So here we are at Disney's Animal Kingdom. We have been here a lot lately, especially to see Boxo, the baby tiger, who's I think he's about 6 months old now. So here is Mickey and Minnie. We stopped to see them when there was pretty much no wait.
They were kind of standing out saying, come on in.
Not they.
Well, not Mickey and Minnie themselves. No, that would have been impressive.
The
cast members.
Yeah, the cast members were outside.
But Mickey and Minnie, always great, doing a little dance here. Mickey's doing his dance. They have some fun music playing in there, so we enjoyed that. Always fun to meet the big cheese.
Yeah, and so we met them the one time. We've seen so many of the other characters out and about, but Mickey and Minnie are inside, so you have to go in to meet them.
And we took a quick look in Donald's Dino Bash here, and you could see the concept art is up on the construction walls.
For Tropical Americas, and that will have, so Dinoland's half closed now, and you still have some of it open, but eventually it will all become this Tropical Americas. You're going to have the Encanto theme ride, you're going to have an Indiana Jones themed attraction, and you're going to have a carousel which will have Disney and Pixar characters, carved. So that's what is coming.
And a restaurant also.
Well, I'm just talking about as far as the attractions and such. And so there is also, there's
construction
like
signs.
snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? And then you have the Encanto. It's even bigger on the inside. And the Encanto, everything else is Encanto. You got one Indiana Jones quote, and then everything else is from the Encanto film.
And we took a look in this direction because our dinosaur happy smiling friend has now gone to the boneyard in the sky. So
that's very sad.
Yes.
And it would be nice if somebody like John Stamos would buy it and put his yard just like the Disneyland sign.
Can you imagine the
right?
shipping on that? So anyway, that is another show. We want to thank our sponsor, MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel.
Head to their website and fill out that no obligation quote. We have, again, even just in the next couple months, we have Epic Universe, Disneyland 70th. It's going to be a very busy time. Disneyland Paris, the music festival, and some new shows coming here to Disney's Hollywood Studios. So
and later
that
in the
is
year,
all by May.
Later in the year, Disney Cruise Line.
Disney Cruise
Destiny.
Line, yes. Disney Destiny.
Disney Adventure also.
You know what? I'm just trying to think of the next 2 months because it's
That's
going
right.
to be
It's
such
crazy.
a busy time. So, and then there's much more coming. But, they're cruise specialists. MEI is a cruise specialist also, not just Disney, but all the cruise lines.
So we are hoping to have some interesting information about Epic Universe. We'll probably be talking about that next week and maybe even the week after, depending on how things go.
Right. There's a lot coming up. And I can't wait to finally experience, not finally, but everybody's been to Epic Universe but me, but you.
Yes.
It feels like it, even though that's not true. But I'm so excited for that. And and everything else.
And before you know it, we'll be off to Disneyland Paris for that music festival you've mentioned before a couple times.
Right. To me, that looks very impressive. So I hope it's as impressive as it looks.
So thanks again for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.